Hey, I'm Tiara.
And I'm Shaquilla, and we are grade 8s from Ascension School.
We have conducted an experiment to figure out if fingerprints are inherited genetically.
What is our experiment about? For our experiment, we will be taking the fingerprints of sibling pairs to see if they are genetic and unrelated pairs for a comparison between the related pairs. We will be examining the fingerprints and finding factors to compare the fingerprints for similarities and differences.
How we got the idea for this project. We had many ideas throughout, but we wanted to observe and analyze something. This idea stood out to us and seemed like something we were interested in, so we tried it out, and it was a fun experience to conduct.
A person's fingerprint is based on the skin ridges called dermatoglyphics. These ridges are also on your toes, palms of your hand, and on the soles of your feet. Dermatoglyphics are developed before birth and remain throughout your life and are fully developed by 6 months. Finer details and patterns of skin ridges are influenced by factors during fetal development during inside the womb.
There are 4 types of fingerprints: loop, arch, tent, and whorl.
A loop is where the print starts at the bottom, curves up, and hits its peak. Then it goes back down, and it can be classified as left, right, single, or a double loop.
An arch is the least common type of fingerprint. The ridges form a bridge shape.
A tent fingerprint starts with a triangle tent shape in the middle of the print and then spreads out.
A whorl is a spiral fingerprint starting in the middle of the print and spiraling out. Our hypothesis is that fingerprints are only partially inherited genetically and mostly inherited randomly. To figure out if our hypothesis is correct, we took fingerprints from 16 pairs of siblings and 16 pairs of unrelated people and examined their fingerprints based on the following.
Type of fingerprints, which could be loop, whorl, arch, or tent, similarities and differences between them.
Here's our results.
These are the results for the related pairs of siblings. Please note that pair 16 is a pair of fraternal twins for a test to see if results would differ with twins. These are the results with the unrelated pairs to compare with the related siblings.
Based on our findings, we found that fingerprints are not genetic. In our test, 80% of sibling fingerprints did not match. The fingerprints did show some similarities, but the differences outweighed them. Maybe if we did some further research and in-depth investigating, that we would find that it is inherited through a long line of genes, but from what we found, it is not inherited through closer genes like their parents.
We also conducted this test on twins to see if the results would change, but based on what we found, they were not a match. We did this with fraternal twins, but maybe if we did on identical twins, they would change.
During this experiment, some of the difficulties we faced is that we weren't able to obtain the fingerprints of identical twins. We overcame these difficulties by using fraternal twins, but still recognizing that result could be different if we used identical twins. What we enjoyed about this project was observing them and analyzing the fingerprints.
These are the websites we used to help us throughout our project.